Vulnerability is a super hard topic. It's something that I think 80 or even 90% of people struggle with, especially females, myself included. I often see people sharing pictures or sharing stories or videos of them being vulnerable, and I get super inspired. And I always try to do the same thing. You know, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And then I sugarcoat it. I make it sound better than what it actually is, you know, whatever it might be. Even if it's something as simple as like getting a new job or, you know, running or working out or weight loss or whatever it is. Why do we do that to ourselves? Why do we sugarcoat things when we're trying to be vulnerable and honest? If you're anything like me, it's because you're scared. You're scared of what people are going to think about you. And you're only human, and it's totally okay that you feel that way. Like I said, it's something that I struggle with all the time, and I always try to be super real and super honest, especially with myself. You know, I'm okay with admitting that I need to lose 35 pounds. I'm okay with admitting that I have way too much fake hair in my head. I'm okay with admitting that my skin is nowhere near perfect, but someone definitely has it worse. I'm totally okay with admitting that I am probably the most stubborn person you'll ever meet. There are so many things that I'm okay with talking about and with admitting, but there's just certain things that I'm not. And ultimately, I am scared of judgment, and that's pretty much the reason why everyone is in that kind of vulnerability stage, and they're scared. And today and yesterday and the day before, I've seen 3 different people who are just normal people who inspire me by posting their journey, whether it's with weight loss, whether it's with a job, whether it's with a fitness competition, anything and everything. These 3 people are like so different all the way across the board. And the only thing that they all have in common is how brave they are. And I always say, and I always talk about these particular people, and I'm like, look how beautiful they are. Like, look how brave that is. That's why I always say, and it's my new saying, brave is the new beautiful. Because when you put yourself out there and you talk about something that's on your heart, something that you genuinely care about, you get passionate about it, you start sweating and you start, you know, like getting hyped up, and your voice starts shaking, your heart starts pounding. That's when you know someone's passionate about something. And to me, that is beautiful. And these 3 people get that way about certain topics that they talk about, certain things that they stand for. And I love it. I'm so inspired by it. And honestly, I actually look for it in my week or in my day, you know, depending on how often I either talk to them or see what they're posting or whatever it is. And it is so incredible. So today, I challenged myself to go back to doing something that lit my heart on fire. And that is this: talking to a camera about what's on my heart. Because when I started doing this for the first time, I got an overwhelming response. Like, it was probably a number to like some people who do YouTube and you're like, really, that kind of a number? But I got literally 17. That's my boyfriend's like lucky number, so that's why I remember it. 17 messages on Instagram, like direct messages. I never even knew that was possible for me. And it was just people who, some I knew personally, some I went to school with, some I've worked with, some I don't even know in real life. Just telling me like how much my message spoke to them and how inspired they were by me. I cried. I'm actually really getting watery eyes right now, so I keep on backing up so you can't like see. But that's the whole point of this video, is to be brave and to be vulnerable and show that side of me that maybe you might not see all the time. Anyways, I got super emotional, and it actually just made me want to do it more. So from then out, I made it my goal, and I was doing pretty good with this goal for like a few weeks, and I hit a wicked fucking big bump. Something stopped me, something knocked me down. And when it knocked me down, not only did it win by pushing me down, but it took what I love away from me. Because I was so upset, and I was going through a really bad season. I was depressed, I was crying all the time. I lost my job in the mix of all this. It was terrible. And it took a lot for me to get back up again. I'm naturally a pretty positive person, but when it comes to stuff about myself, I struggle. I struggle holding it in, and I struggle keeping it together. And I don't really have a huge support system like I did at one point in my life. I have a really strong support system now, but it's not as big as it once was. And that happens as you get older. You know, people weed out, some people come back in, and new people come in. You know, those people that did leave actually just did me a favor by making room for those new people in my life. But with that being said, I struggled really, really hard. And today, again, I watched one of those three people's videos, and I fucking cried hysterically. And I said, why can't I do that? I said, why can't I be vulnerable like her? And I was like, this is it. Like, stop comparing yourself. And this is the thing that we all do all the fucking time. We compare ourselves to people we see. And this wasn't a comparison like, she has a better body than me. She has better hair than me. She has a better relationship than me. She has a better car. No, no, no. I was jealous of this person's bravery. And I can admit that. I can admit to not being the most brave person in the room, but it's going to change right now. I took a shower, and I just sat on the floor of my shower for probably about 20 minutes. Cooper actually jumped in, and I said, you want to know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to get back in front of the camera, and I'm going to be brave. I'm going to be brave starting today, and I'm going to show that side of me. And what better way to show it than super red, puffy eyes, no makeup, and a few lashes that made it through some really intense tears. So I hope that you get something out of this video, because it was super hard for me to post this, because I'm not even going to edit it, really. I'm going to just post it, because I know that if I edit it, I'm going to pick myself apart and say, Carrie, stop it, stop it, stop it. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to upload it. So this is as raw as it possibly could get with no editing. Not even that I was good before, but a friend of mine, you know who you are, sent me a million different ways to YouTube edit. Actually, a few people did. There's like 2 or 3 of you. You're the real MVPs for sending me those. But I'm not even going to do the little bit of YouTube editing that I know how to, because this is about being brave and about being vulnerable. And it's okay that it doesn't happen overnight, but what needs to happen is you need to just do it. So if I can give you any message today, it would be to just stop overthinking it and just say what's on your heart, because at the end of the day, you're the person who's in charge. And as the famous Rachel Hollis says, you're the one that's in the ring, you're the one that's fighting the fight, and you're the one that's going to run. Nobody else. This is some great music in the background, by the way. Thank you for watching this almost 10-minute video. and watching me get really emotional. I appreciate it, and thanks for helping me be brave. I hope you can do that too.